What's going on, guys? This is Hitchy Good, and today we're going to be straying off the path of gaming a little bit. I like to do this every now and then. I did that with, BRCC and a couple of little different things. I think it's very important that, we are aware of things in the world around us, that it's not all about gaming, even though that's fun, and I love doing it. I like putting, content out like this as well when something really catches my eye. And today it is Facebook's Metaverse trailer. Now, I may be a little bit behind the time on this, but because this came out in November last year, I think, and I've just stumbled across it. I hadn't seen it before, maybe saw glimpses of it, and it was so incredibly odd and weird that I had to take the time to figure out what in the world, why did they do it like this? Now, you could just watch this trailer and think, oh, they got a very creative director to come in and just throw a bunch of stuff together, but as I found, I've actually started looking into music videos and like some of the meaning behind the music videos, and a lot of them very dark stuff. This is especially dark. It is it is thoroughly drenched with occultist symbolism. And I do want to say that, I've got a lot of different arguments in here to support that. This was intentionally done. And we should stay away from the metaverse. I think that's probably some pretty good advice. But if I were to introduce one of these things by itself, it wouldn't have anything to stand on. Wouldn't have a leg to stand on. But the fact that this is all in here together is what's so alarming. And it's hard to say that this many coincidences took place inside of a minute, well, probably about a minute long Metaverse trailer. So don't forget, if you want to subscribe and help your favorite all-American freedom-loving gamer, click that big red button below, turn your notifications on, like and comment, and help me reach my 500 sub goal. Hopefully get there by March. We're going to see what we can do to make that happen, and that'll be my birth month, so that'd be a great birthday gift if I could reach 500 subs, open up the YouTube community tools to help us grow even faster. And when that happens, I'm going to go ahead and open up a Discord so we can vibe out and all get to know each other just a little bit better. But first off, let's take a look at this. Where do I want to be here? So, this is probably the least compelling argument of all of them. But like I said, the fact that there's so much stuff, coming together to support it, this one idea that Facebook is intentionally putting in occult symbolism into the meta. This right here is called, I think I'm saying this right, an Ouroboros. Which is the symbol for infinity. Now, I understand why Facebook did this, and it's to say that there are endless possibilities in the metaverse. So this is kind of the first thing that we see. It's the logo, and there's endless possibilities. But the Ouroboros has a lot of Gnostic ties. It's got a lot of ties to alchemy as well. It's even in the Leviathan cross, also known as Satan's cross. It just put at the bottom of that cross very intentionally. I'll probably put up a picture of that so you can see it. So yeah, it's already kind of leaning that way as a satanic symbol, but this doesn't stand alone on its own. The actual symbol is a snake eating itself, so it's a constant cycle of destruction and renewal. And so yeah, that's interesting. But let's go ahead and get into this video. Let's watch it all the way through one time, and then we're going to go back and kind of pick it apart. Weird stuff.
This is the dimension of imagination.
So weird. If you didn't think that's weird, we're going to go through and break this down and show you exactly why it is weird. Now, if you didn't think that was weird, we're going to go through and discover exactly why this is weird. The first thing that we notice in here, this is all pretty normal, other than the tiger moving its tail. These paintings in the background. Now, you could say that, yeah, it's a museum, so they were looking for any kind of abstract art just to put in the background, when they really could have picked any artist's work to put in the background that we could have identified with more readily. However, they carefully selected this artist, which is very odd. This woman that painted these is Hilma Af Klint. She was a part of a group, and actually the leader of a group known as the Five. In the early 1900s, they focused on the utility of using seances to communicate with the dead, which is a practice of the occult. In 1904, she was commissioned to make a set of paintings, a series of paintings that were known as paintings for the temple. And these paintings she was instructed to paint on an astral plane that would represent the immortal aspects of man. So there's a lot of symbology and stuff in her works back here. Obviously, really weird. You can dive in a little bit more about her. We're keeping this a little short and sweet. But why choose her works? Why choose the works of someone who was a member of the occult who practiced talking with the dead? Hundreds of other artists they could have used for that, but okay, fine. Abstract art, it fits the bill. They just slapped it in there. Let's call that one a coincidence. So we see the tiger. He's chomping down on the buffalo. What's really weird here is you see he automatically turns to the kids, looks at them, and then pets the buffalo. Kind of odd. It's like he's trying to convey a message that he's not a predator, that everything's fine, everything's not so bad. And he says this.
This is the dimension of imagination.
That phrase it's actually the exact audio that was taken from the Twilight Zone. If you don't know what that is, or maybe you're a little bit younger and you ever heard of the Twilight Zone, it was an old it was not a sitcom, but it was an old TV show that focused on paranormal experiences and activity, and there was a lot of weird stuff on there as well. So it's a tick weirder now, and it looks as though, you know, the tiger's trying to convince the kids everything's fine. I wasn't biting down on this buffalo's neck. Come on into the metaverse. That's weird, a twerking flamingo, but I don't think it's a symbol of the occult. These guys are weird. I don't know what that is. I'm really not sure if that is any kind of symbolism or not, but it is weird looking. And I'm sorry, bro, but nobody looks at that and is like, yeah, I can get down with these little guys. Yeah, that's sick right there, man. No, you're weird, dude. You're weird. Now, we see an owl. Now, an owl has forever been involved as a symbol of the occult. It symbolizes knowledge and enlightenment. It's been used as a symbol for the Bohemian Grove, Minerval, and countless others. It's very, very synonymous with the occult. Now, like I said, if that owl was just in the video by himself and none of this other stuff had happened, you'd call BS on what I'm saying. But this next part is where it really, really gets weird. There's no reason back here to have a hexagonal shape. There's no reason to have a construction like this. And Saturn is up here as well. So if you were beginning to doubt this little conspiracy, this is where it gets a little harder to deny it. The combination of Saturn with a six-sided polygon points directly to one of the most ancient concepts in occultism. The ancient link between between Saturn and six-sided polygon points directly to occultist symbolism. The six-pointed star is commonly used both as a talisman and for conjuring spirits and spiritual forces in diverse forms of occult magic. You can look in the book, The History and Practice of Magic. The six-pointed star is called the talisman of Saturn, and it's also referred to as the seal of Solomon. Now, I could spend another 30 minutes talking about the connection of Saturn and Satan and the Greek god Pan, but like I said, I want to keep this a little shorter and sweeter. You can look that up and Google it. There's no reason to have these directly beside each other, but here they are. And these are known in conjunction with each other as occultist symbolism. Go a little bit further. See the snakes hanging from the tree. Everybody's having a good time, you know. Now, one could say that the snake is a symbol of Satan and his time in the Garden of Eden, which just looks like the Garden of Eden. Everything is, living in harmony. But I would probably say that'd be a little bit more believable if there was just one snake. But I don't know. Whatever you think, leave in the comments below and tell me if you think that's a thing. Trying to see if I missed anything here. I don't think so. There's some weird looking guys up here. I don't know what that is. They're all enthralled in it. This kid right here, he's got his eyes shut. He's in it. This is weird. Like, I think for like a couple frames, you end up seeing the buffalo's right eye, but you only see his left eye for the entirety of this trailer, which is odd because that is a symbol of the Illuminati. And just to make it that much more creepy, the tiger looks over to his prey and seemingly says, "This is going to be fun." It makes it really look like Facebook is preying on kids with this symbolism. So in conclusion, let me know what you think. I think bringing up each one of these points individually, once again, wouldn't amount to a hill of beans. But the fact this is all happening so close together inside of a minute really seems to be telling that Facebook is going out of their way to assert occultist symbolism into their trailer and depict the metaverse as preying on children. That's what, and especially with what's come up with, Epstein's Island and pedophiles in our government. It's some weird stuff. And as big as Mark Zuckerberg is, he is part of big tech, the elites. None of this stuff really surprises me that much. And I think it's something we need to be very leery of. So within the last year with the Ronies and the mandates and talks of microchips that can be put in your skin to, show that you have the vaccine so that you can barter, so that you can be a part of society with, because you got the jab. This all comes at a really scary time. It really does. I'd recommend that we stay far, far away from both the jab and Zuckerberg's new metaverse. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you think this is all just a bunch of coincidences thrown together and it's an aesthetic, and not to worry about it. Or are you like me? Do you find this to be extremely creepy and something that we should take notice of? But anyways, guys, thank you once again. Please don't forget to hit that like, comment, and definitely hit the subscribe button just so I can get my 500 sub goal, get those community tools unlocked through YouTube. And that would be fantastic. Anyways, guys, happy gaming. God bless.